Monday, June the 28th, 2010, and after a disastrous start to the day, whereby Wapping station was closed, then there was a delay on the train that I eventually got out of Victoria at Haywards Heath, so it's now 12:15, half an hour in arrears, and I'm doing a 13-mile walk from Seaford to Eastbourne. Probably won't complete all of that though, so things will have to be amended. Hopefully I'll be able to walk across Cuckmere. Just trying to find out the low tide times. That will save a lot of hassle. Means a bit of paddling, but there you go. Anyway, it's a glorious day, and that's why I've come down here. It's fantastic weather. Get a bit of a tan in, so let's press on. Apparently this was the last of the Martello towers built during the Napoleonic threat in 1806, but never saw action. Very good. Typical beachside scene, shingle beach, and there we blow. Start of the Seven Sisters. Looking back over Eastbourne, and it's shingle beach. Right, that's the first sister done. Another cracking view of Eastbourne. Lots of erosion to be aware of. Well, in fact, the first hill I've just climbed is not one of the 7, because there they are clearly in view there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and Beachy Head in the far distance. Glorious day, very little wind. Some kind of radar station just there as well. Self-explanatory really. So here we are, Buckle Church, Burrowers. Used to be a hermitage here in 1372 apparently. This area thus became known as Church. Another view of the Seven Sisters in close-up. Fantastic chalk erosion there. Skylark singing there next to me. In fact, he's down there in the ground somewhere. Hope Gap, explaining the geology of the area. Just over there is Cuckmere Haven. There's a mere 50 metres of river that prevents me from crossing, so I have to go inland for 4.5 kilometres, approximately 2 miles, an hour's worth of walking to get back over the other side there. Low tide isn't until 6 o'clock apparently, when you could paddle it. Not having much luck today at all. Still, just think of the weather. Delightful. There we go. Can't be more than 50 metres, but because it's so deep and fast flowing, I've got to walk all the way up there. 2 miles inland. Right up to that house in the distance, which is Exceat. Back down the other side. Tom Pete. Little battle going on there between those greater blackback gulls. So even though I have to walk inland, the scenery is still quite amazing. No hardship really on a day like this, just a bit annoying that you can't put a bridge across 50 metres of river. At least someone had the initiative to offer a little ferry there, foot ferry. The week another National Trust property, this time Chington Farm, which is just at the rear to the car park of this pub. The Golden Galleon. Next to Exceat Bridge. Looking back down on Cuckmere Haven. Back to where I've just walked from in Exceat. Outstanding scenery, eh? Who needs the Mediterranean on days like this? Fantastic. Good use of the chalk stone. Just had lunch, 3:15 now. Great in this weather, I bet that is. Almost crystal blue water, that. I think that's a Stonechat. Some kind of flycatcher. Gone. National Trust's Crow Link. A lot of this I filmed last year when I walked this walk in reverse from Eastbourne to Exceat. So some of this might be repetition. There's that strange folly over there on the top of that hill. Comes across as being a Bell 2 lighthouse, I believe it's called. This sarsen stone, presented by Viscount Gage of Firle, erected by the Society of Sussex Downsmen in appreciation of the generosity of William Charles Campbell, 1926. So there you go. Glorious backdrop. Looks like I've only got 3 or 4 of the sisters to go. Incredible. The old sarsen stone's obviously been moved back a few metres for protect it against falling in the sea, because it looks to me, judging by that, that this section hasn't got much life expectancy. It's a long way out, much further out than the other sides. Not sure how they got away with that in National Trust property. Day glow red roof. Another memorial, this time in memory of some RAF chaps. Appropriately, there's an old aircraft going behind me. Killed in France, 1916, eh? Battle of the Somme. Sad. Good example of cliff erosion there. And down below, remnants of the chalk. Lovely smell from the sea. And looking down on Birling Gap and a newly revamped National Trust property over there, tea room. That's changed since I was last here. Very old sign there. contrasted with today's modern versions. So here we are at the very busy Birling Gap. Even though it's a Monday, crowds of foreign students here, and just over there in the corner is the newly opened cafe, which is very pleasant, much better than it was. It's alright. So there we have it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 of the sisters, plus the beach at Birling Gap. Just had a conversation with a crowd of Germans about the football yesterday. Yes, trust them to be down here. Better not get too close to the edge, otherwise I could be down there with it. Lots of people around today, understandably. Mainly silver surfers and students, but can't do my Heathcliff bit today though, unfortunately. Can't have it all to myself. This is the Bell 2 lighthouse, which, as I recorded last June, had to be moved back inland because it was in danger of falling over the cliff. So by some means of mechanical engineering, they've pushed it back another 100 metres. The view they get from the lighthouse, looking over there towards the village of Eastbourne. Back along the way I've come towards Birling Gap. Looking up towards Beachy Head, which is the highest point of this walk. And there's that little lighthouse that I filmed a couple of weeks ago. So that's the pub. Looking back towards where I've walked from. Apparently you can see the whole walk in this vista now. It's just starting to get a bit cloudy. Wind's picking up as well. So once again back at Eastbourne. That's book 2, walk 28 completed. Cheated a bit because I got the bus back down from Beachy Head, but I've done that recently anyway. Glorious walk, glorious weather, easy going really. Don't know why it gets 10 out of 10, but there you are. Another one done.